I don't know, like, I'm not, like, insanely superstitious, but, like, I picked the game where we fuck up to basically win the tournament, and then the one person that I, like, support to go to land in the first place wins the tournament. It's just, like, I don't know, kind of insane. When I think about Liquid being eliminated, I told everyone beforehand that it was gonna happen. I literally said while I was at LAN, like, this is gonna be the second LAN that, like, Zer0’s not making finals. Explain the controller situation. Basically, my controller was banned because the radius of the wireless capability on the phone on the controller is very far. I thought it wasn't as far as it is, but apparently, like, basically people in the audience could gain access to my controller in the middle of the game, which is like the main reason why I was banned from, like, being played. They didn't want to, they couldn't afford to have, like, someone in the audience, like, you know, just fuck my controller in the middle of a game or something. V-Red, thanks for the 15 months. I've been to Germany. We had a Germany LAN. Thanks, Jumper. Are you planning to move to France? No. The plan is, for now, to, like, stay in the US for another, like, 2-3 years, probably. And then move to, I don't know, probably Europe. Most likely, but I would move to Australia, but Australia just does not work for streaming or just gaming, so it's not really a thing. Can't do that. Perceps, thanks to 23 months. Yeah, I don't know, like, Australia is so good, like, it's so nice for, like, everything, but, like, literally gaming, like, the servers are just far away from Australia. It's just mainly the servers and, like, competitive scene, like, if I still want to compete for whatever reason, it's non-existent, or not as well. Favorite country I've been to? Me and my girlfriend was actually talking about this. I think we made, like, our top 3 would definitely be, like, Japan, like, number 1 Japan, and then 2 would be Australia, and then the third one would be probably Greece. Probably those be my top 3 so far. You think they should increase the match point amount? Fuck no. Fuck no. We do not want tournaments to be going past 10 games at a high level. There's nothing to talk about roster stuff. Why do we make any change to the roster? Yeah, the only time we had an opportunity to win was Game 7. I think it was 4 months. It's actually so weird. I don't know, like, I'm not, like, insanely superstitious, but, like, this is just, like, I'm like, this is, like, 2 things that, like, happen, right? It's so, this is, like, so weird that I, like, bring up that we're going to win the tournament in 7 games, and then the next day, the one game that we had to win the tournament was Game 7, and then the team that beat us is also the team of a coach where I, like, donated money for their coach to, like, go to coach a LAN because ALGS doesn't cover coaches, like, funds to go to LAN or whatever. Like, the likelihood of not only I picked the game where we fuck up to basically win the tournament, and then the one person that I, like, support to go to LAN in the first place wins the tournament, is just, like, I don't know, kind of insane. Do you think if Panic doesn't kidnap you while you've been able to rotate? Oh yeah. If we didn't get kidnapped by Panic in that last game, we would have just Valculted instantly when zone changed. Because Oblivion would have done it first, and then we would have just followed him after. Who knows what would have happened, like, what would have happened after that, but yeah. I knew the zone was going to end on our compound guild. I just, like, I've seen that zone before, and it's always, like, ended near that compound. That's why we, like, just turbo rotated to it. Because zones like Hammond, there's, like, only a handful of spots you can fucking play, and if you just don't go there early, you're just fucked. Like, I fucking hate, I think Hammond zones are gotta be the worst zone in the game. I'm not gonna lie. Like, honestly, worse than, like, Lightning Rod. Yeah, but we were on match point guild. We were, like, getting match point on that game. We would have farmed the fuck out of that game, though. If you were still alive, you didn't get kidnapped that game either. We would have farmed that game so hard. The draft point game. Because if after we kill Alliance, we would have killed the team in the fucking tube. Like, triple in the tube. Like, those guys would just die. They would just die. There's a lot of things that could have went different, Molotov. Game 7 is just an accumulation of so many mistakes put together, and it resulted into what happened. We all, like, I think realized what was going on. Like, hey, you know, we're top 3 now. This is it. And then once, like, since the game, like, slowed down a lot, the pressure kind of kicked in like a motherfucker. And then things started just collapsing, I feel like, as time went on, and, like, on all of our play. Kermit, thanks for 17 months. A lot of things could have been different. Waltzy could have got his EMP off. I could have not wasted bang ult. We could have... I don't know, there's so many, like, 15 million different things we could have done instead of what we did. But it is what it is. I love Costa Gas. I fucking love Costa Gas. Well, yeah, I was, like, the reason why, like, I saw there was, like, a lot of people criticizing on why I didn't bank smoke. It's like a double-edged sword. If I bank smoke, okay, like, it helps us from not getting, like, ticked by Costa Gas, but then I also help everyone else in the end zone to not get ticked by Costa Gas. So I'm kind of, like, gambling on the fact that, like, we're gonna be able to kill the teams before we die to Costa Gas by just, you know, owning most of the space, which is why I didn't Costa Gas until, like, the very, very end, because I was about to fucking die to Costa Gas, which is why I smoked when I did, which then obviously, like, saved Fnatic from also dying to Costa Gas. So when I first saw it, I was like, okay, like, fuck, if I didn't smoke at this time, what would have happened? Fnatic would have died to Costa Gas. I would have gone downed. I think Guild would have been still alive, or maybe Waltzy, one of them. And it would have been just down to, like, us and Hot Dog Mafia. And I don't know how the fuck the last of Hot Dog Mafia died. I think he might have died to, like, literally, like, game gas, not Costa Gas, but game gas. But it's like, I don't know, it's like hard for me to instinctively, you know, look at my health bar, see I'm 1 HP, and then not bank smoke the Caustic Barrel that's hitting me. Which also, like, saved Fnatic. Like, I didn't even die to Caustic Gas, I died to Yuka. Like, Yuka wasn't even trying... It's so weird because Yuka wasn't even trying to bank smoke or even break any of the fucking barrels. He's just in knockdown trying to shoot us. So, like, me smoking was his perfect scenario, like, of him living. Because if I didn't, he would have died, and I would have not died to his gun. Right? Like, because he would have died to Caustic Gas. But then I would have died to Caustic Gas too. So, it's just like... It shouldn't have went down to those, like, inches in the first place. Like, we fucked up all of our ults. It should have been, like, a pretty clean win. But we let it go down to just something that we don't have control over, which is Caustic Gas, I guess. I should have never done that. What's up, privacy? Pup, thank you for the 1,000 bits, man. Have you shared your ZD Ultimate app settings? It should be under controller. Under controller, like, it should be in there, I think, that command, exclamation point controller. Hot Dog Mafia was also trolling by Valco team last second. Well, Hot Dog Mafia is just playing for second place. Like, they're like, their duo. They know their duo. They know the other two teams are 3 up, so they're just gonna, like, try to, like, live as long as possible. Right? They can't really play for second by fighting, so they're just gonna try to play for second by living as long as possible. And that's what they did. Like, I think what they did was fine. Like, it was the right play. There's nothing else they could honestly do. I think Skittles is fucking trolling on their team, though. I was watching it from their POV. Their Skittles is just fucking trolling so hard. I feel like if they were a 3-man, we would have won. Like, even if we fucked up if we made all of our mistakes that we did, but Hot Dog was still a 3-man, we would have won the game, because then they would have 100% played for second by jumping on Fnatic. And then we would have just won for free. But since they were a duo, they resorted to playing just, you know, living and, like, not fighting for second type of thing. Was it better for them to fight 2v2 and Alb knock someone? Yeah, it was a trade. But I think Alb took a lot of damage when Skittles got downed, and I think Skittles got thirsted. Meanwhile, Fnatic's third was getting rezzed. So it's just like... Obviously, Hot Dog made a fuck ton of mistakes, which resorted to them, you know, doing what they did later on in the game, but... we shouldn't, like... It doesn't really matter what they fucking did. Greg, thanks 24 months. Your Bango made them break their fight? Oh, well, yeah, well, they were fucking trading. I Bangled to think if they were fighting, and I wanted to Bangle so we could, like, take the evac up. Because I put an evac down to take the height, because I thought they were fighting each other, since they were trading. And then, all of a sudden, the fighting just stopped. Waiting next 14 months. Hello, Benji. 100 Thieves also just have AIDS. I think if I had to pick a team that have, like, the most fucking AIDS, is 100 Thieves. Especially Evan. Evan is, like, literally the sole reason, like, why that game was fucked in the first place. Like, why it even happened in the first... Like, that entire situation was all because of fucking Evan's dumbass. Blacker, thanks for 14 months. And the reason why I say that is because... when, like, 100 Thieves decided to push us, Phony was about to call off the fight by pushing us in the compound. And then Evan's stupid ass, for some reason, is in a fucking car, trying to push with his teammate in a car, and ends up on low ground. Like, stuck behind a single pole on low ground. And then he starts calling, we have to fight, because he has no way of getting out. Which is the reason why they inted us, or, like, kept pushing us in the first place. And if he just didn't do whatever the fuck that was, like, it would have been a completely different game. When he told me after the finals he knew it was us and wanted to get us killed, there's just no way he knows it's us, privacy. I feel like there's, like, a zero way for him to know that. We have, like, never played that comp before, as a, like, in scrims ever. Being Costa Crypto, we've never literally, like, never played with that. I talked to him too, privately. He just said... Maverick thinks 20 months. He didn't tell me that when I talked to him about it. He told me that he did it because we had Godspot. That's it. Maverick thinks 20 months. So there's, like, zero way that he knows it was us. I think he's lying. I think, like I said, if you watch their VOD, he was about to call off the fight, and then Evan completely counter-called, and, like, pushed us instead. I told Phony, like, what did you fucking expect to happen there? When there's, like, I don't know how many squads alive before a zone even closed, and you're pushing one team that's in, like, the absolute god spot. And Valky's not even banned either. So, like, you're initiating fight in god spot, zone's closing while you're pushing us, and you're expecting not to get third-partied? Or, like, even if we won the fight against them, like, we would just die after them because they're just fucking running at us in the middle of, like the zone. They could have, like, literally played it slow as fuck from their side of terminal and third-partied everybody on the right side because they're playing Wraith, but instead they, like, yeah, let's just take this fight because everyone else is fighting at the same time, and it's you know, it's God spot, so we have to fight. There's no way they would know it was us. Like I said, there's just no way. Unless the only way if is because of like Waltzy's crypto skin or something. But other than that, like, how would they even see Waltzy either? Because he's in drone the entire fucking time hiding. Like maybe I don't know. I just don't. It's just like impossible for them to know it was us. I don't believe it. If you get kicked out of a game now, you would have a chance. Yeah, obviously. I think it still would have been hard to win Game 9. But, obviously, if our only rotational character was just me gets kidnapped and gets killed, and then Zone fucks us, yeah, like, the game would have been 15 times easier. You guys win if 100 Thieves int you guys and you guys play from height? I think it would have played into our comp a lot more if we... Let's say 100 Thieves don't int us at the compound and we still have like all the space that we had. It would have been a lot easier, I think, for us to win the game. Because we have so much control of the map. Which is what we need with our comp that we were playing in the first place. So it's like... I think our chances of winning the game would have been a lot higher if we didn't get like ran out by 100 Thieves. Because we would be able to control low ground. Like beneath us, we could stop anyone from getting into the building below us too. Because of Caustic. But because like if let's say they decide to third party all of low ground from terminal, like everybody would be low ground. Like literally everybody would be low ground. And if anyone tries to push us, they would just get fucked. Because we have barrels everywhere and, you know, our comp is, like, insanely good for fighting. But, yeah. It would have been definitely, like, pretty free, because everyone would have just fought low ground and we just run around, like, with all the space. Wolfie, thanks for 4 months. Arkia, thanks for 32. Join? Okay, I'm coming. Go to top 50. What do I think about Liquid being eliminated? I told everyone beforehand that it was gonna happen. I literally said while I was at LAN, like, this is gonna be the second LAN that like Zer0’s not making finals. Like I was not surprised at all. Especially like after the first group. After like the first group, when we like dominated and fucked everyone. Like we killed Liquid like 2 or 3 times, and I swear, like I don't know where the fuck Zer0’ was trying to fly to, but the guy is just like fucking lost. I don't have a stream game set. Like his Valcult calls were just like fucking like terrible. Was it mentally hard to keep going after the near win? Oh, definitely. Danny, thank you for 20 months. After we like didn't win game 7, I was like really fucking like.
Ой, тебе придется уступить, Мэгги.
Okay, bro.
I was trying my hardest to not just be like, all right, well, fucking GG's. But yeah, I've always said this. Like even Gil said on his stream, like every time you're at match point and you have that like one fucking opportunity to like close it out and you fuck it, it's just over. It is so over. Like I don't know if it's because like. It's because like that opportunity or that RNG it's like just very like unlikely for you to have that opportunity again, right? Because like to win a game, it's not always just like you being good, but like also getting lucky. Like you have to get lucky in some way. So like after we fucked game 7, it was just like, okay, we're not gonna win the tournament, but like I'm not gonna make it seem like it's over. I'm gonna keep playing and you know whatever. But I knew after I got like fucking kidnapped, game 9, I was like, alright, yeah, it's over. Like tournament's ending this game for sure. Synth thanks for 22 months. Maru thanks for Prime. Greg thanks for 39. Clamera thanks for 70.